Number one.
I'm Tahir. I came 8th at the Chelmsford WCQ last weekend. I was piloting Runick Chimera branded.
Brilliant. How did that feel?
Yeah, no, it felt pretty good. Like I've this is actually a deck profile that was meant to be done earlier because about a month back there was the Darksphere at WCQ where I came 4th with this list as well, but we didn't end up getting time to do the deck profile. So this is kind of like a 2-for-1. If you think you've seen this deck on the channel, no, you haven't.
All right. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, no, I'm
Go for it.
to get into it. Okay, so we'll kick things off with the monsters. So we've got with the 3 cornfield quaddle. Sorry, no, 2 cornfield quaddle actually. I don't actually like 3 because I feel like Joel's running around. You're already walking into it. I feel like you need 1 to at least get into your starter. I feel like the second one comes up for material for Runick Chimera as well as the targeting protection. Right now, I believe that's good. We've got the 3 best card of the deck. Mirror Sword Knight will summon from the deck the Baphomet, which will allow you to search a Chimera Fusion and a Cell, which I've got 3 of for this time. I'm running 3 for a card that we'll talk about later. I'm running 1 for November Baz, and then we've got for like kind of text bot, we've got I'm mainly 3 Kaijus actually. Specifically Radiant, because it's a Fiend, which means I can use it to fuse for the Chimera King, and it's also Dark Throw, which comes up for Stopalia as well. But these Kaijus have actually been a lot of work because I don't have much tech space, so I figured I need to run things that have like the most impact. In this kind of deck, having just that 1-for-1 trade where you can just kaiju something on the board, and then this is just like, and then like I can go from there. It's like kaijuing a Baron, then I can feel like I can breathe. You know what I mean? So that's it for the monsters. We'll move on to the spells, which there are a lot of. So we're starting off with the 3 Counter Fusion, best card, one of the best power cards in the deck, as well as the 2 Chimera Fusion. This is at 2 because if you run 3, I generally don't think the third one comes up because this just recurs itself every single turn. You can just add it back, so I don't think the third one comes up as much. We've also the second part of my tech slot. I've got 5 tech slots in total. So we've got the Kaijus and we've got the 2 talents. Don't like 3, and 2 just comes up enough. And honestly, this card is amazing right now. So in terms of what I need for the deck, talents just gets me a lot of value. Like Ashes running around, Draws running around. So if I get Draw, I can just like look at their hands, just like, or if I'm just like going second, this helps to either break the board or draw into more cards that I need. Then we've got the Runick engines. We've got 2 Fountains. Obviously 3 just the tip. We've got the 3 Freezing Curse, Imperm, crazy. 3 Flashing Fire, that is the monster removal, crazy. We've got 3 Destruction, which is the MST, crazy again. We've got too much lab running around, so this goes hard as well. But the 3 Slumber, this helps you proc Fountain on your turn. So I can just summon, discard for Hugin, and then I can go Slumber on top, banish 3, and then I can just draw 3 cards. That helps me get into my other engine if I haven't seen it already. And then we've got the Dispelling as well for the extra kind of flexible. I chose this as a Smiting Storm because honestly, like when the goal of this deck is like rip a card out of their hand, if they're then pass them back to them, they search, this rips another card out of their hand. I'm the Brand Fusion here. This actually is really insane in this deck because you can actually send the Gazelle from deck and then that into a Rinbrum, and that will get you into the cornfield, which lets you get the whole engine. So if you don't see engine but you see Brand Fusion, that can actually get you one. So it's kind of like I've got 3, 6, 9, I've got about 12 stars I think in this deck. Okay, so that is it for the main deck. What should we move on to next?
Let's do extra deck.
Alright, we'll move on to extra deck. So for the extra deck, we'll kick things off with the only link monster I'm running, which is best one, SP Little Knight. In this deck particularly, it's crazy because when you summon a Runick, it means most of the time you get a proc the bonus effect of SP Little Knight. Absolutely insane. Then we've got the kind of branded engines. We've got Mirror Jade, Albion, Rebellion, and the Rinbrom. Most of the time I'll go into Albion into Mirror Jade, or if I'm trying to get into Chimera Engine, I'll go for Rinbrom. Rebellion's here because sometimes, like if I maybe run into a shift or something, or I need to, sometimes in a grind game, and I'll actually go for Rebellion because Rebellion would then put back like my Chimera Engine. I actually go into the King from there. Then we've got the actual 2 King, 2 because the third one obviously does not come up. You don't need to be grinding for that long. If you're grinding for that long, then you're doing something wrong, honestly. Best card on the deck is the Ace Monster, alongside the Guardian Chimera. So these 2 are kind of go hand in hand. But you're able to use Chimera Fusion for this on their turn. That lets you pop cards on their turn, draw into more cards. So if you've got Fountain up, you're drawing into more Runicks as well. So you're drawing into more disruption. Absolutely insane. Then we've got kind of like 2 kind of flex fusion spots. We've got Magnum Reliever as well as Dragos Stopalia. Most of the time I actually go for Magnum Reliever because this one's more easier to make than Stapelia, and also this has like this is actually like more like a removal as well as it allows me to draw cards because I can put back Current Fusion or Brand Fusion. I can draw cards as well. This card is just sometimes I'll make it to like either just like if I need just that continuous negation, I'll actually go for this to help me grind better. And then for the Runick engine, we've got 2 Hugin, 1 Jerry, and the 1 Munin. 2 Hugin, I don't think that one comes up because I don't really use it for protection that often. Usually I need to protect maybe once. Jerry is just a great card, like as you add back Fountain, and sometimes it can be a disruption if I need to protect myself from dying. Munin, I'm running for targeting protection, that's the only reason I'm running it. As for the side deck has not changed in the slides. It has been just performing quite well. So we've got the triple evenly matched. I think even going into this format with like running like Viking and everything, like evenly matched is like one of the most crazier cards in this format. Then we've got kind of the package that only this deck can really do. So we've got the Baphomet Fusion as well as 2 targets, which is King Tiger and the end of Anubis. So the Chimera, if you open the Chimera combo in general, you basically do make the king. But then once you reborn off the Baphomet, you use those 2 materials, you make this one. This will dump one of these, end of Anubis or King Tiger, and then on their turn, you can use the Chimera King to reborn either a Fiend or a Beast, which allows you to reborn one of these. So this is usually for graveyard strategies, I'll summon against this, or kind of combo decks, which summon like a lot of low-level attack, kind of like extended, so like Sprite, for example, Fluid, that kind of thing. This would be summoned, it would just immediately blow up everything they summon, so that's actually been doing. I prefer this of like Floodgates or something, because if I see combo, I can get to a blowout guaranteed rather than maybe drawing a different one. Then we've got the kind of route I went with this deck is I felt like a lot of this I'm really good at breaking. I can break boards quite easily with this deck because I've got a lot of things to just force things out and help me grind. So I felt like in the side there are certain decks that I just can't let them play. So I figured I'm gonna put 9 cantrips in the side. So we've got triple Nibiru, triple Dragon Lockbird, and triple Ash Blossom. So a lot of the time, sometimes I maybe side. Usually won't side in all 9, but like sometimes I might when I'm going first, obviously I like side out Kaiju's, maybe put in like Ash or something. Or like if it, depending on the deck, I might just put in Droll, or like if it's like a common deck, maybe put in Nibiru, like Nibiru Droll or something like that. And but going second, if it's like a really deck that I just can't afford to let them play, I'm going to put in all 9. And usually for me, 9 is like my magic number for siding, going second. Okay, and that is going to be it for the deck profile.
Brilliant. I've got a couple questions for you. What did you change between the 2 tournaments, between Darksphere and this one that you went to now?
I did not change a single thing.
Nice.
I kept the exact same list for both, which is why like I felt like I just need to kind of bunch those 2 events together. So yeah, two events with this deck, and I've topped both. So you know what, I'm loving this deck. I'm having a lot of fun.
That's fair.
And this one.
Would you change anything after having done both the events?
Honestly, everything that I have in here has actually performed quite well. There's not really much I would explore. The only thing I can maybe explore is like further targets for the Baphomet Fusion, because I know there's maybe a few other ones that I might consider, but that's here or there. I'll need to be in the kitchen to cook for that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Do you want to do your shout-outs?
Yeah, let's do some shout-outs. So shout-outs to, first of all, to my cameraman Jovan for helping me film this. Shout out to my team, the Collective. We smashed it at the Chelmsford WCQ. We've got 4 of us in the top 8. Absolutely insane. It was a crazy day. And then also shout out to Europagaming, where I am right now, filming this. The best
Treat me like YG.
in my opinion. Maybe I'm biased. Sue me. And then yeah, shout out to Vasco, Teddy for the emotional support as well. Shout out to Hamza for driving me up there as well. And then yeah, that's what I'll do for now. Thank you very much.